Welcome to another awesome video.
Today we're going to do a third video on the Sony TC-V10 cassette deck. What I'd like to do today with this thing is make it more useful. The big problem with this deck is the proprietary connectors. You can't use your standard RCA jacks to hook it up to your stereo system. So I'd like to remedy that. Let's put in some audio jacks. For the audio, if possible, I would have liked to do the power and fix the door, but as we'll see, I made some invalid assumptions in part 2 of this video about the power. We already figured out all those pins in this connector, and we also, I think, determined that, as with most audio components, it's case ground. Yeah. 4 connectors from Amazon. Drill holes for these. Looks like the back plate will come off just with a few screws, 2 on the end and some on the bottom. One of the considerations when we're to put these jacks is that this thing would still need to come out and go past them, so they probably need to be over here or high up over here. That was the easiest part of this project. I just took a piece of wood, figured out the right drill bit size that these would fit in, and put those in there. Then I just have to solder the wires on. Now this may look backwards, like for example, I've got right and left, but my 1979 JVC has it this way, and I think the reason is because when you're looking at it from the top and plugging cables in, this is on your right. So I'm going to just follow that standard. The grounds probably weren't necessary, but I went ahead and tied those together and grounded it down there with the main case ground screw, but I think it works now. Tried something that I know is stereo on both channels. Seems to work fine. What was my secret for fixing the door? Well, initially I was going to cheat. I just bought a second one of these with a working door. Because these are from a system, nobody has a system, they're incredibly cheap. I think this one was $14 with the turntable, and this one was like $9 by itself, so I thought, well, I'll just replace the door. Unfortunately, that didn't work, and the plastic pieces broke again. I guess the spring was just too powerful on there. So how did I fix this without any sort of 3D printing or anything? Well, the answer is not very well. It works. The reason it works is because there's a piece of wire that I just drilled a hole in this thing and mounted the piece of wire on the case. And so then I can sort of close it and open it pretty easily, and it doesn't flop down completely. It's not an ideal solution. I wish that could get a better solution. This one I attempted to super glue the plastic pieces with layers of super glue and then put some stuff behind them. It works probably a little better, but I don't know for how long. Anyway, 2 methods of fixing the door. We'll see which one lasts long term. Now I got my DC power brick here. Now what we discovered in the last video, for the AC transformer there are 3 wires coming in. One of them is ground and then the other 2 are like the AC. So I've split off the DC minus here into 2 of the pins and then the positive, and that works. So I'm going to run this for a while and just make sure, you know, something doesn't overheat, the tape deck works. So I discovered something important. I can't just power this off of DC. My old problem with the peg meters comes back. So I hook up my DC power supply and hit play. I've got my no tape in, I've got a peg meter, but disconnect the DC, go back to the good old AC, and so obviously the DC power supply is introducing noise. So the finished product, at least for now, has the standard audio jacks, which will be a lot easier to handle. We've labeled them with 2 sets of labels, line output and line in, which say what they do, and these bottom labels say what they're used for. playback and recording, and of course on some receivers that use this terminology, those bottom labels would be reversed on the receiver. And it's also completely backwards compatible. If I ever found the system connector or the components for this, I could just plug something in there and not plug it in there. Not so much with the power. If I ever figure out this power problem, I will have to probably have some sort of switch to switch this out and switch the DC power in. Anyway, that about wraps up part 3 in a series on this tape deck. Maybe next video we'll try to get the second deck working or do something with power. It's not a really high-end deck. I just like the way it looks, and it's kind of cool to get it working rather than just throw it out. Thanks for watching. Be sure and browse our channel if you want to see other tape deck videos, or subscribe, but that's about it.
We'll see you next time for another awesome video.
Bye.
Our next speaker has been in the credit union industry for 12 years. During her 6-year tenure at Capital Credit Union, where she currently serves as Vice President of Operations, the credit union has more than doubled in assets, added branches, expanded technologically, and received recognition as a top quality service provider.